So for this drill, we're going to be working on learning to just do a relaxed breathing, but also learning to really control our pelvis and especially use our hamstrings to help control tilting our pelvis backwards. All you're going to need is a textbook or a foam pad, something that will raise your heels up just a couple inches. So what you're going to do is you are going to lay in a hook lying position with both feet on the book and in a comfortable position, head relaxed, arms down. All we're going to start with is just going over a breathing technique just to get the basics down first. It's very simple. You're just going to relax, take a nice smooth breath in through the nose, pause, open your mouth, and just let the air just fall out. Pause, and then you'll repeat. So easy, smooth breath in through the nose. Pause, exhale, pause. You'll want that exhale to just come to a natural end. The same with the inhale as well. We don't want to try to pull in as much air as we possibly can, and we don't want to try to push out as much air as we possibly can. We just want it to feel natural. And the minute either the inhale or the exhale starts to kind of taper off or kind of slow down, that is going to be the end of it. Okay, so that is the inhale portion, the breathing portion. Now we're going to learn how to control our pelvis. So what I want you to do first is really feel those feet on the book, and all I want you to start with is feel some pressure on your pelvis. Kind of take note of where you sense that. For me, I feel it kind of right in the middle of the pelvis. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about rocking your pelvis forward. So you feel that pressure kind of go closer towards your tailbone, and your back arches up off the ground. And then I want you to rock the pelvis back so it feels like your back flattens, and I feel the very top of the pelvis kind of right near my SI joints contacting the ground. And then I'm going to rock forward as far as I can and rock back. Now you want this to be super relaxed. If you notice here as I kind of rock my pelvis forward, you'll notice my head is just kind of naturally moving with it. I'm not actively trying to do anything with my head here. It's just kind of causing a wave effect of my spine. So we just want to be super relaxed during this. Once you get that motion down, we want to get a little bit more specific on which muscles are starting to tuck our pelvis back. So a lot of people will feel their abs crunch here and kind of tilt the pelvis back. If you kind of watch yourself do it, you'll see a lot of kind of bunching and crunching in this area, okay? That is one way to tilt the pelvis back, but it's not the most ideal way. We want to be feeling our hamstrings doing this motion. Another option that I'll see people feel is sometimes they'll feel their hip flexors. That's also very common, and sometimes even their quads. So just know what we're going for here is the back of the thighs, not the glutes. So how do we get that? So what we're going to do is we're going to have our feet on this book. Everything's in a nice alignment, our hips, our knees, and our feet. And I'm going to have you rock forward. And then when you're ready to rock back, I want you to think about pushing straight down with your heels. The feet are staying flat on the book though. And just see if you can feel the back of the hamstrings gently kicking on to slowly tilt your pelvis back. And then rock forward again. Push through your heels. Sometimes I'll even have people keep their hands on their abs or their hip flexors or wherever they were feeling those muscles kick on. You can use your hands to try to cue yourself to keep those muscles nice and relaxed, have a jelly belly, and just think about this motion coming from the feet. I'm pushing through the floor and it's just naturally causing my pelvis to rock back. And if I hold here, I can really start to feel my hamstrings kicking on. And then I rock forward again, nice and relaxed, and just very gentle. We're not trying to drive a hole through the floor, just lightly pressing, and you'll just feel that pelvis start to rock back. All right, now to get a little bit more specific, to get some more of the inner hamstring, you can start to push more at the inside portion of the heel, so kind of the inner portion, instead of being on the outer portion, kind of just find that medial heel there, and you're just going to push, and that should help get a little bit more of that inner hamstring. Now, once you have that down and you feel like you have a jelly belly and you can hold this tilted position, I'm going to have you do that original breathing here. All you're going to do is just easy breath in Pause. Pause. By the end, I can really start to feel my hamstrings shake. And if this is a new motion for you, or you haven't really felt your hamstrings control your pelvis like this, you can actually get a pretty decent burn, and that's totally normal if this is your first time doing this. So just know the more you do this, the better. But we just want to have a nice, relaxed abdominals so that as we breathe in, we're not having a ton of tension in our core. We just want tension in those hamstrings, easy breathing. Try to do that for 3 sets of 5 breaths. The main goal is, though, that we have to learn to use these hamstrings to do the tilting. Once that gets easier, you can remove the book, put your feet on the ground, and you should still be able to feel those hamstrings. The elevation with the book can just help give your hamstrings a little bit of leverage.